What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Crossplay, our video game
Nice. Nailed it.
Trying to go real fast. Okay, let's go. Let's do it again. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. It is Thursday, April 14th, 2022. This is episode 114. Coming up on today's show, Kingdom Hearts is turning 20 and Sora has finally grown into his shoes. Sony and the investment company behind the Lego Group have invested big bucks into Epic, and we are changing up the recording time of the podcast. But we will get to all of that in a bit. My name is Gino Viteri, and I'm joined by Alan Busby. What's up, Alan? How you doing?
Hello. Sleep is in low supply.
Awesome. Kyle Springer. What's up, Kyle?
Hello. I am here to talk about said video games and talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Absolutely incredible. And Ignacio Rojas B.
Hi, I'm here.
What's up,
I'm out of the phone.
You have to introduce yourself, dude. If you're going to be on the phone, why are you going to be here? You know what I'm saying? Gosh, what if I just got on the phone right now, Ignacio?
Well, you could just do that. We would keep going. The show goes on.
What's up, everyone? 1 second. What the heck, dude? All right. Anyway, okay. So, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing good. Have you guys seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet?
I must see it.
You guys absolutely need to. That movie was incredible.
I'm hearing it's one of
that movie was good.
I'm hearing it's one of the best movies ever made.
I don't know. Going to see Batman, seen the trailer for it. It's not doing anything for me and Amy.
You haven't seen the Batman yet?
You should see the Batman.
No, we've seen the Batman, but they played a trailer for it, and it just wasn't speaking to us. It just looked kind of
It's incredible. It is action-packed. It's nonstop. It's funnier than I was expecting it to be. It made me tear up in the last 20 minutes, and so it was so good.
I'm hearing it's good to go watch without having seen a trailer.
Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta go to the theater to see it. I barely like going to the theater to see movies I want to see.
This is one of the movies that is I would describe this as a mix of Jet Li's The One, The Matrix, Kill Bill, Scott Pilgrim, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Take all of that stuff and more and mix it into one big thing. This movie is incredible.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
But
it feels like a movie that's really important, if that makes sense.
Sense. I want to go watch it, but it isn't playing here.
I need to watch it.
I looked it up. It was. But speaking of good movies, man, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that is a very good movie. It was a lot of fun.
I've heard as well. I haven't watched the first one yet, though, so I need to watch that.
Gino, what the hell?
Speaking of good things, though, I'm leaving to Vegas tomorrow, my friends. Leaving to Vegas, gonna win big. And you're never going to hear from me again.
Just so you know. Gonna spend all your money?
Yeah.
We're never going to hear about you again because you lose everything.
Because I got killed by a shark or something. I made a bet or something. It's going to happen. That's going to happen. The BTS concert. Exactly.
BTS concert.
I'm so freaking excited, dude, to go to the BTS concert.
Yeah,
you guys are jealous, right?
You're going to meet B and T and S. You're going to meet all of them. B, T, and S.
Bacon, tomato, and
sausage.
I'm so excited. Okay. All right, so before the episode started, Ignacio said, if we're not done by 7:30, I'm going to leave the podcast forever.
Yep.
So we need to move it on forward.
Yeah.
And Kyle, so take us into what we've been playing. Nobody's been playing anything. Kyle, take us into the news. I'm just kidding. Okay. So I'll just very lightly mention Final Fantasy 14. That's all I've been playing because we got a new patch. So played with friends Game is, believe it or not, for 8 years I never played with friends until now.
For 8 years, she
yeah,
didn't
I
have
no one wanted to
any
play.
friends.
Yeah, for 8 years I didn't play with friends until now. And so much more fun, dude. So much more fun. It's freaking incredible.
That's good.
So it's nice to be able to do that with friends now, and have people that want to play it and are at where I'm at, and can do all the newest content and all that stuff. So I was very excited to be able to do that. And that's what I've been playing mainly. I haven't been playing much of anything else. I have a lot of games to play, like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I have
For sure.
I still have to do my all fists only Elden Ring run.
Slappers only.
Yeah, only fists. No,
You
like,
gotta do shield parry only.
shield parry only.
Oh man, that's so parrying in that game is so hard.
It really is. What else do I have to play? Stranger of Paradise. Did I ever mention that I started playing that game? Stranger of Paradise.
I think you did.
Because you started it like 3
I did.
weeks ago, right? Yeah.
I started a while ago, yeah. And that game's just hilarious, dude. That game is actually pretty fun. So I gotta finish that too. And then Horizon. I gotta get back to Horizon, dude.
Yeah.
I have not done
I
that.
know the feeling, man.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff to play.
There really is. There really is. I'm hearing people say, "Oh, there's such a game drought, dude." But whoever says there's a game drought plays Call of Duty and FIFA. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what they do.
That is if you haven't been caught up with the games that come out.
Yo, I'm so far removed from Horizon at this point. I think I'm just gonna delete it off my system. I don't think I'm gonna go back and play it.
I feel like I'm probably getting to that point, Alan, but I just wanna see it to the end. You know what I
I'm
mean?
too
The
far
game isn't
removed.
that long. If you golden path it, it isn't that long.
You don't golden path open world games. It's not something you do.
Alan, you do not have to get everything in a game.
As a
I'm not even
trophy
saying
hunter.
getting everything. You don't just golden path an open world game. That's not how they're designed.
Well, that's what I did. Okay.
Okay, so Alan, you've also been playing. I drank a Gatorade.
Yeah.
So Alan, you've been playing Nino Kuni, and it says here Berserk, man. I don't know why you wrote that. That's
Yeah,
a little
well, I
weird.
just because I know we don't have all that. So like Nino Kuni, nothing really of note. The story's still underdeveloped. Story, honestly, still just kind of hot trash.
Mhm.
We're like
You hear
we're
that,
like
level 5?
we're like 60 hours in, and the gameplay is starting to grow on me.
60 hours in.
60
Okay,
hours
good to hear.
in.
Good to hear.
It takes 60 hours to get good.
I'm saying that as a joke here because the other day Amy was like, we were talking about Nino Kuni, and I told her, and we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, the story's still pretty shitty. Like, I don't like the story. It's kind of cruddy. She's like, well, we don't have to play it. And I was like, yeah, but the gameplay's starting to grow on me. And she's like, you know, we're at like the end of the game, right? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, I'm starting to enjoy it.
You don't like old drippy nose?
The hell no. Oh my God, dude. Drippy is like the worst thing. Oh.
Drippy.
But yeah, other than that,
I got drip on right now,
my
dude.
my first volume of the deluxe version of the Berserk manga came into my comic shop, and I drove all the way downtown, paid $8 for parking, walked like almost a mile to the comic shop, and they're fucking closed.
Oh,
How
damn.
do you pay $8 for parking and still have to walk a mile?
Because that's the closest parking garage, because downtown has like my downtown has like construction fucking everywhere, so you can't get anywhere.
Well, you're not the only place that has construction, Alan. God damn it, dude.
Out of curiosity, how much are mangas? How much do they cost?
So
It depends.
yeah, it depends. So like for me, because I buy Full Metal and Berserk and JoJo, so like my JoJo hardcovers are $19.99 a piece. Full Metal is also $19.99 a piece because they're pretty beefy in a hardcover. Berserk, I don't know if Kyle has it or knows it, but like the deluxe version of Berserk it's a fat book. It's really high quality. That thing's $50,
Ooh, baby.
Jesus.
So I have
and it's so worth it.
the old school version of Full Metal Alchemist Volume 1. It was $9.99. I have the new Full Metal editions, which are like these really nice hard.
Yep, and they're $20.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
they're-
hardcover. Oh, that looks
Yeah.
nice.
They're awesome. I love them. I have other stuff from Viz that's like $20. But it's a
Damn,
good,
we're all showing our.
big boy here.
What the
right?
heck, dude?
Yeah.
Everyone's pulling out their manga.
Yep,
Yeah.
I also have it, but I don't have as many as
Gundam.
Kyle does.
The Origin hard.
Oh, Gundam! Wow, look at that.
$29. So there you go.
Evangelion.
Okay, so
there you go.
what about something like this?
It,
So
again,
a friend gifted me this.
That's probably
one,
like
and it
$15,
is-
I would say. Right?
I would say
To be
like
honest, it is
$9.99.
thicker than what I expected. So I could say the.
I have a
Like,
Final Fantasy 14 cookbook.
like Ignacio, it depends because like a volume of like Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, these are $9.99, and like that's how big
Okay.
they are.
Oh, it is. Okay, okay, I'm convinced because a friend gifted me this one, so I wanted to gift him one.
What is it, Ignacio? It's what is it?
What this one?
Yeah,
Evangelion.
it's just Evangelion. Just that's it.
Volume 1.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
When
one.
I get a big bookshelf behind me in an office and stuff, I'm gonna start collecting mangas
You see
like that.
Nerve?
Exactly.
Nerve.
Like
Behind
Kyle.
That's from Evangelion.
Exactly. You know what you
There
should
you
do?
go.
Wall to wall,
Right?
ceiling this
One
floor,
day.
dude. That would be freaking cool.
One day.
All right. What else do we have here then? Ignacio, any updates on Lego Star Wars?
I've only completed now episode 4, and I'm halfway through episode 5. And I gotta say, last week I said that maybe the old trilogy was gonna have the kind of levels that I wanted. And playing through episode 4, it is somewhat similar to what the kind of levels that I would like out of a Lego game, rather than the other ones that were very small and not very interesting. So yeah, I'm with that. And one shout out that I want to give to the game is that it has full ultra wide support. Full ultra wide support. So gameplay, cutscenes, they're all full
That's
ultra wide.
That's
I
awesome.
want to give a shout out to
How long is your ultra wide again?
how. Shit, I don't know.
How like
Shit.
that's real big, huh?
Big.
Is it really big?
Like this big?
How many inches would you say?
It is.
That's-
I don't know how long it is, but it is a good length.
It's like
I
10
see.
inches. Right?
So Ignacio,
It's how you use it.
Hey, 4 inches is not a bad length, all right?
my comic shop, you can't even order Evangelion manga that you have. Like I can't even order it. On Amazon, Neon Genesis Evangelion Volume 1 paperback 2004 edition. On Kindle, it's $6.49. Apparently, maybe it's hard to get because paperback says it's $32.63.
They've been doing the 3-in-1 volumes of Evangelion. So it's a.
This one says it's 1 out of 14.
Like, let me see the art of it again.
Ah, man.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
Isn't Gatorade just so good?
Oh, yeah?
No,
No, because
Chino.
I bought a friend one for him, different manga, and looking through the prices of the
Oh, look
mangas,
at that. Oh.
it was over 10 bucks.
Uh-huh.
But to be fair, I had never ever owned a manga, so it is
might also
thicker
be
than
where
what I
you
expected.
are. It might just be more
Yeah,
expensive
I mean
to in
that's why I wanted to know
Chino
about it.
too. So.
Again, I didn't know they were that thick.
How do you feel when people call it? How do you feel when people call it manga?
Well, the
Pokemans.
pronunciation should be manga.
Manga.
Exactly.
Manga.
That's all I got.
Okay, cool.
Anime.
All right. And Kyle, you haven't played anything because you're not a gamer.
No, I'm still busy unpacking and dealing with my job and stuff like that. So
Not
haven't
a
played much yet.
gamer. Okay.
not
that's
a
totally
gamer.
okay. That's totally okay. That's totally okay. We don't got to be a gamer to talk about games. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and move on, my friends, then to a little bit of housekeeping.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make. And yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts. And we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/The Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today.
And we are back. Shout out to any cool shows, Kyle, that we're doing.
Yeah. So we just did our 200th episode of the review show, which is our weekly book club style podcast. And we recently are on number 200. We covered the show Review, which was a Comedy Central show about a guy who reviews life experiences, things like divorce and being Batman for a day and murder and stuff like that. And he has to give those.
He was a murderer for a day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
So yeah, that was a blast. We just recorded the captain's log yesterday. That was good too. We have part 1 of our Moon Knight reactions up on the Reactor Core as well. So all that stuff is up on our site. Lots of things to look forward to. 2 quick notes. First, the captain's log is changing the day that we are recording to Wednesdays. So we'll be recording that on Wednesdays now, which means it will come out on Saturdays is when that will go live. And then here for this show, starting this next week, we are going to be recording this show on Tuesdays. So that means on Fridays is when it will go live and hit your feeds. So be on the lookout for all
right
all
on
that
time
stuff.
for the weekend. Yep, right on time for the weekend.
Indeed.
Nice little weekend podcast there. So, all right, awesome. Thank you so much for that. So let's move on, Kyle, to the news of the week. All right, my friends, the day we've all been waiting for. We have all been waiting for, except Alan. I saw him tweet. And obviously, I don't like your tweets.
Why?
I don't like your tweets for a reason, Alan, because they're not likable, okay?
Sorry.
So, anyway, so Kingdom Hearts had its 20th anniversary recently, and they had a little presentation. And in this presentation, we saw, I think it was, 3 games?
Yeah, it was 3 games.
3 games. 2 of them being mobile games, as they just love releasing on mobile. One of them, I think,
Union Cross.
Union Cross, and the second one, the Union Cross, the one that you see where it's like the 2D like drawings or whatever.
Yeah, it is Union Cross, but it is Dark Road, I think.
Yeah,
which is specifically about Ericus and Xehanort.
Okay, all right, and then the next one was Missing Link. The one after that, which is also on mobile, and this one looks very freaking good. It looks cool.
So it is a mobile game.
Yeah,
but the thing is that the gameplay that they showed, that was Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay.
Yeah, I saw it,
not saying that they took it from there. It is kind of like the same engine, same gameplay type, same everything. I don't know, how do you translate that to a mobile game?
Hey, our iPhones are powerful, man. Our iPhones are powerful.
But are they that powerful?
I don't know. But I thought I saw this and I was like, oh, okay, so we're getting another like 2.8, you know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe we're getting like a 3.2 or something. Like that's what I thought it was. And then it said Missing Link, and then for freaking mobile. I was like, wow, it did not look like a mobile game. But I think a little bit of the gameplay they show, like the things on screen for you that it's on mobile.
No,
but no, it doesn't. Okay,
I mean, at some points they show it vertically. But then at some other points they show cutscenes. Same engine as Kingdom Hearts 3, same landscape mode.
Yeah,
so I am so
13.
confused.
You get an iPhone 13 to play this. So are you gonna play that then, Ignacio? Missing Link?
If it has that gameplay, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I thought it looked great. And Kyle, what do you think about those two games before we get on to main one? You're muted. You're muted. Yeah. Listen to me.
Not a big fan of the mobile stuff. Sorry about that. Which is unfortunate because Kingdom Hearts is notorious for putting like important story stuff within the mobile games that I want to say no one plays, but obviously people play them because they keep making them.
Yeah.
But it's just not my style, not my thing. But man, I cannot wait for Kingdom Hearts 4. The official one.
Yeah, baby. So we got a trailer and a little bit of gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 4. And I'll tell you what, it looks absolutely incredible. Biggest news of that trailer, though, is Sora's wearing regular shoes and he looks normal. You know what I mean? He looks like a normal guy.
I like how he looks.
It's the world that he's in, Ignacio. Stop thinking like you don't know Kingdom Hearts. It's the world that he's in, just
Sora?
like...
No.
Is it
though? No, it is Sora.
It is.
Yozora. I mean, Yozora should be somewhere.
It's like Toy Story Sora. There's Frozen Sora.
See, I don't think it. I don't think that it is.
Sora. No, Sora doesn't look any different in the Frozen world. Frozen world Sora is still just regular Sora.
Do you know what I meant, Alan? Do you know what I meant?
No, I wasn't listening.
Okay.
I don't think it is that. I don't think that it is that because if you played through Kingdom Hearts 3, the end of that game, the last cutscene, he looks different than how he looked throughout the whole game. Different in the same way as he is shown here. So
he looks different in that last cutscene than he does here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you play through the game.
Yeah, I mean, but we don't know if he's in this. It looks like the same place, but we don't know if he's in the same. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, the final cutscene. They have beat Xehanort. They are in the Keyblade graveyard. That final cutscene uses a different models for the characters.
No, that wasn't
in the same way.
That secret ending of 3, Ignacio. That wasn't Xehanort. That was Zigbar. But that wasn't.
God.
That wasn't Zigbar. It was like a different.
I'm gonna look
name.
up the cutscene. Okay, it is straight up. They beat Xehanort. They all are in the Keyblade graveyard, and Sora says that he's gonna go look for Kairi.
Okay. Wait.
Gonna look up the cutscene, okay?
This is a part of the reason, like again, the hype around Kingdom Hearts 4, that's fine. I thought the trailer looked it. I'm glad people are excited. Everything else. It's for me, it's the story and all, it's literally this. Like Kingdom Hearts is fine. It's still great. People are excited. That's awesome. It's just not for, it's too far gone for me. It's not, I'm not in that realm anymore. I want no part of it.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't understood Kingdom Hearts since the first one, Alan. Okay,
that's your problem.
Yeah, but I'm totally okay with that. I love it. Dude. I just love being where I am, wherever it's happening, and like maybe there's small little story beats, like oh shit, oh it's Riku again, like stuff like that. Where I'm like, if I'm just playing casually, I love these games so casually. I'll play them as much as I want. Without all the mobile games, the 3DS games, the game on a console that it doesn't exist anymore or something or whatever, you know what I mean? Like all those story beats and all that stuff, I'll be like, you know what? I'll figure it out later. I like what I'm playing now, and that's it. That's it. Just enjoy it like that. I like what I saw. It looks like it's gonna be fun to play, and I figure Sora's just gonna be older or something. And I don't know what we're gonna do with Disney properties. I don't know what's gonna happen there. People were already talking about rumors about Star Wars.
Yep.
And I was like, I feel like we're probably not going to see anything like that in a trailer like that of the first trailer ever. But I don't know. People were excited about it. So
I am super stoked for it. I am someone that has played through all console games. I haven't played through mobile games.
What's that?
I have made an effort to understand this story, and I love the story, and I like how this is now. They have finished the Xehanort saga. They have said that this is a new saga. The trailer starts with that. And I'm interested to see where that goes. yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes, especially with how Kingdom Hearts 3 went in a way where Nomura clearly wanted to do more stuff with what he had for Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Yeah,
he was trying to do a lot of that, try to recreate that, and I'm intrigued to see how much of that is in this game. Yeah. I would love for them to lean more towards the original story rather than with Disney stuff. Even though I would be super stoked if Star Wars is indeed here, if Marvel is here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I am super stoked. The character model for Sora still, I'm not very convinced, but I'm sure that I will eventually get accustomed to it.
Yeah.
Now, did he grow into his shoes, or did his shoes get smaller? Because maybe Sora compared to like the real world was really small, and he just had giant.
I have an answer.
Shoes. Well, I mean, you know what they say about big shoes, right?
Yeah, they got a big keyblade.
Big keyblades, yeah.
I have an answer for that though. He's not wearing shoes at the beginning of the trailer, as you can see. So
you are correct.
That's for the feet people. But aside from that, that means he lost his big shoes. Okay, so he lost his big shoes when he disappeared on Dream Island. He disappeared next to Kyrie. It's funny seeing all you guys reacting to him. He lost his shoes on the way to where he got transported, and then the girl that opened the door, whoever the heck that was, she opened the door and gave him some Vans because that's all she had. So he gave him some Vans, and then he wore the Vans to go fight the big Heartless.
They're like, better. Hey, they're better. I work at PacSun. Like here's some shoes.
we better finally have the option to customize Sora, but only his shoes. That way, like when you get to a new world, there's just conveniently the Moogle shop, and he takes you to a Vans store, and you can just pick out different Vans.
It's only your shoe size.
Yeah, it's only the shoes.
Alan, would it excite you more if I told you that the last time we see Sora, he is in the world ends with you world?
No. There is nothing you can tell me that will make me excited for Kingdom Hearts 4. Like literally, I didn't watch the trailer live. I saw it pop up because I saw Sora's new design. And I was like, wow, this is kind of fucking whack, yo. I was like, I'm not into this.
It looks
so Amy and I both watched it. And when the trailer was done, it was like a flip of a coin. Amy was like, that looked pretty cool. Like, I'm kind of excited. Aren't you? And I told her, I'm not buying this game at all.
So Alan and Ignacio, you both didn't really like the design of the new Sora. Why would you not like it? What would be the reason to not like it? What's the
too realistic?
Too realistic looking?
I do want to agree with Ignacio. I feel like I like how Sora looks. I know it's like the classic. I like Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Granted he's younger, but I feel like with the whole meld of like Disney, like I feel like Kingdom Hearts 2 did it the best, where like you had Disney and Final Fantasy, and Sora's design feel like it was like the perfect middle. He could be Final Fantasy-esque looking, but also he's kind of cartoony and Disney looking, where this Sora is too realistic. So I feel like he would look really weird. He'd look really weird in like a Disney world.
Yeah. Do we think they're trying to get away from the Disney thing though?
That was part of the charm of Kingdom Hearts was Final Fantasy and Disney. That's why Kingdom Hearts 3 not really having a lot of Final Fantasy was like, what the fuck are you doing?
But we also know that working with Disney is also really difficult in terms of like game stuff. They've been like notoriously like to change the belt buckle on this one character, it'll take like 6 months. And so
but they will still be they will still be working with Disney because we at the end get Sora, but we get Donald and Goofy. And also, I think that this is for Hades from Hercules.
Potentially.
So we'll still have them in there.
I'm not saying they're getting rid of them, but could they minimize it a bit so they don't have to work as much with them? Then maybe.
Ignacio, you remember how kind of off-putting Sora looked just sticking out in the Pirates of the Caribbean world in KH2?
No. Didn't he stick out that much?
He just looked weird because the Pirates of the Caribbean world was like a bit more realistic because it was and Sora just looked kind of off in that world. I feel like that's how Sora's gonna look in Kingdom Hearts 4. I feel like we're gonna have that, but in a lot of places.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, this Sora looks like, when an artist for a certain IP tries to draw a character from a different IP, but in the style of that one IP. Yeah. It reminds me of that. Someone trying to make Sora, but for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah. This also probably isn't final artwork because this was apparently made in Unreal 4. But they're transitioning to move the game into Unreal 5. So
this game's going to take also just as long as Kingdom Hearts 3.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, no.
You have 7 years to
I would
to
literally go through the comments of like the review trailer, and I saw some people going, I could see this game coming out in mid to late 2023. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, but can you come give me some? Because holy shit, this game is not coming out until like fucking 2028.
Especially with Nomura also working on 7 Remake Part 2.
Exactly, which we don't even have.
And isn't he also working a little bit on 16 as well?
I don't.
Or is that not him?
I don't think so. Gino is the 16 expert.
Yeah, that's Yoshi P, which is working on 16. So
okay. I forget all the Japanese names. It's hard to remember all of them.
Yeah, Nomura's just Remake Part 2 and then this, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're never getting Remake Part 2. You better give that dream up.
Nah, we are getting it.
Anyways.
We got to at some point, right?
We got intermission.
Okay, so let's move on to the second story here. Big Kingdom Hearts fans here all around, just so you know. Very excited for Kingdom Hearts, by the way. So number 2 here, Certain Affinity entrusted with evolving Halo Infinite in new and exciting ways. So if you don't know, Certain Affinity is they're what are they like? They're like an support team based in Texas. One of our kind of funny best friends, Corey Cudney, actually works there.
He's been a guest on this show here too.
He's been a guest on the show. So shout out to Corey Cudney that works at Certain Affinity here. So let me just read a little bit of this here from this article on Game Informer. Wesley LeBlanc wrote this up here. After more than 15 years of working on the Halo series, the studio is deepening its relationship with Halo Infinite developer 343 Industries. This announcement comes 11 days after 343 Industries community director Brian Gerard shared during a Reddit AMA that the team is not happy that it's not meeting player and community expectations, as noted by Polygon. In that same answer in the AMA, Gerard said, a lot of production planning, costing, planning, hiring, etc. is all happening, which doesn't really lend to detailed regular updates. And that 343 understands the community is simply out of patience and, frankly, I think understandably tired of words.
Words be tiring.
Yeah, so they went ahead and allowed Certain Affinity to have a more hands-on with Halo. So there we have it. Does anybody have any words for this?
Not a lot. It's interesting to see because this is the first time Halo has kind of jumped into this style of game where it is more of a open world live source service kind of thing. So they are still kind of finding their footing and understanding what it takes to actually develop a game like this. So hopefully this nets positive. That it means more steady updates and more things that the community likes. It seems like 343 is definitely still invested in this game and want big and great things for this game. So we'll see. But hopefully this helps more in the short term.
Yeah. Halo's good. It's good. That's the plain and simple. It's a good game. The multiplayer is fun as hell, but there was not enough to keep people there for a long time. I think the one thing that deterred me specifically as a player was playing a lot of games and not seeing a lot of progression sort of just made me specifically not want to continue. Because, I see that cool armor at level 88. It's probably going to take me months and months and months and hours and hours and hours of playing this game to just get that one little piece of armor. So the fact that I couldn't progress as quickly as I probably wanted to, because at the beginning they had to patch that where you wouldn't get any experience at all for just a regular game. You would only get experience from challenges. So they had to patch that, and even then it still wasn't enough. So I feel like that really sort of put a damper on, keeping that player base, because obviously first impressions are the most important. So if someone starting off that isn't really a huge Halo fan, hasn't really played Halo that much, but wants to play with their friends, sees something like that, and then they're like level 5 after 3 days of playing straight with their friends, then they're not going to want to continue going after that, I feel. Yeah. So hopefully they sort of realize that, where they can, more, for the effort that people are putting in, maybe give more for that, I think, because they have the ability to give that stuff. It felt like they were stingy with it. So I feel like they should definitely up that.
And it doesn't help that there are still modes that are missing from the game. Forge, I know, isn't in there for the single player for the main campaign. Co-op multiplayer isn't in there, so they still have things to work on.
Yeah.
So I think that if they have that already, that they have promised that they will deliver at some point, I think it is good to bring in another studio like Certain Affinity to work on things like that are not that important, but for sure are tweaks that are necessary for a multiplayer game to keep going, like Gina, you said.
Yeah.
So I think that it might be something that they've needed, maybe even before now, considering that again, Forge and Co-op weren't there at the beginning. So
plus
they for sure needed more work.
And Certain Affinity has been working with Halo for the past 15 years, I think, when they tweeted that they were doing that. So they know Halo. So if there's anyone that's going to be able to have a more hands-on than anybody else, I think Certain Affinity is great for that. So good thing. I guess hopefully we see good things. I also think, as stupid as this sounds, and as I don't know if it may be ignorant, I think it would help a lot if it had a battle royale. I think a lot of people would love
a battle royale for that game.
They seem to be working on something that might be similar. It seems in this like season 2 Lone Wolf update, or Lone Wolves, there is some kind of last Spartan standing mode that they are working on. I don't know if that means it's a battle royale proper, but it seems like they might be trying to do their own spin. At least.
That's definitely something they should add. I think that would be a great boon to that game.
Yeah.
I don't even gonna say anything. I know you don't play Halo, so you're good.
No, I played its online mode like once, but I would like scroll through the shop and be like, oh man, can I get like any like cool armor? And I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what anything's like. So
exactly. So there you go. All right.
Cool colors though.
They are cool colors. Yeah. Nice little cat ears as well, but you gotta be like level 1000. So
damn.
Anyway, so number 3 here, Sony and Kirkby invest in Epic Games to build the future of digital entertainment. So last week, I think we spoke about Lego and Epic partnering for some sort of metaverse kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now Sony and Kirkby have invested in that, I believe. So this comes from Epic Games, the Epic Games blog itself. Here it says, today Epic Games announced a $2 billion round of funding to advance the company's vision to build the metaverse and support its continued growth. This round includes investments from existing investor Sony Group Corporation, as well as Kirkby, the family-owned holding and investment company behind the Lego Group, with each party investing $1 billion respectively. God damn, Sony got that much money, dude!
Yeah, Sony, why didn't you spend the money buying studios?
Baby.
Yeah, where's the Bloodborne? Where's the Bloodborne enhanced version?
My gosh.
Why waste money
Making
on that?
Bloodborne Lego version.
God.
So, a quote here: Epic Games is known for building playful and creative experiences and empowering creators large and small, said Thorup. Soren? What's the O with the cross through it? How do you pronounce that?
I actually don't know.
Soren Thorup Sorensen, the CEO of Kirkby. A proportion of our investments is focused on trends we believe will impact the future world that we and our children will live in. This investment will accelerate our engagement in the world of digital play, and we are pleased to be investing in Epic Games to support their continued growth journey with a long-term focus towards the future metaverse. Metaverse, my friends. There's no escaping it. It's happening.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
We're going to join the metaverse eventually. It's going to be injected into us. We're going to all be in the metaverse once Earth dies. Okay?
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait.
So what do you think, Ignacio? You excited for that then? You can get on your little Oculus and go to Snoop Dogg's house or what?
Yeah. I'm kind of egg that house so much. Yeah, I am cautiously excited. We talked about it last week, how I think that for the metaverse to actually work, we need to go. Right now, there are all these different companies having their own visions of the metaverse. And I think that for the metaverse to work, we need one unified vision of the metaverse and one space for the metaverse. And I think that this is maybe a step towards that, getting Sony and Kirkby. Investing on Epic for that. They are joining forces in a way with Epic for that. And I think that it could be the beginning of something, but it is yet to be seen, because as of right now, that we know of, Epic doesn't have any metaverse space out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Epic doesn't have a metaverse space? What about Fortnite?
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
I mean, that's pretty close to that's pretty close to a metaverse.
That is the closest thing we have to a metaverse, period.
Yeah.
Forget Facebook, or now that they've renamed themselves Meta, right? They still have this like amorphous, real vague vision of what they think it is, and it's really hard to put a pin on what it is. But here in Fortnite, you can get your hands on a controller or a computer where you can play it, and you can see Wolverine and the characters from Fast and the Furious, and
they just added Ezio.
Right? Yeah, and it's all in one space, and I think that is the most hands-on metaverse experience we've gotten so far, and to bring Lego into that is fantastic. But I also think this is Lego kind of making moves they probably should have made 4 or 5 years ago. They're a little bit behind. They've been having Minecraft and Roblox eat their lunch for a long time in the video game space.
Which is crazy, because the Lego games seem like they're perfect to kind of just pull a bunch of IPs into just that Lego world.
They tried that with Lego Dimensions.
Like Lego the movie.
It didn't really work.
And their games have been pretty good for the most part. But keep in mind, the most recent one that they just put out, this Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, was originally supposed to be out in 2019.
Oh, I did not know that.
Pandemic. So it seems like this is something they should have done a long time ago. So I'm happy to see them do something like this.
But I don't think that's what
that means down the road, though.
I don't think that's what the metaverse is. I think that the metaverse is more of a world where you can exist in.
Virtual reality.
Fortnite, I think that it is somewhat similar to that, but it is still a game.
You can go fishing, you can ride vehicles, you can hang out.
Yeah, but
you're
still getting killed.
It sounds like you're almost describing Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, you're explaining an MMO. That's an MMO.
That's a metaverse.
But Ignacio, people live in that world. Like that feels like a second life you can legitimately live in.
I understand what Ignacio means though. Like with the metaverse, you are your own person going into this, reality that is not yours in that instance. So, but the other vertical here that I want to talk about, though, is PlayStation. So, Sony investing $1 billion. Alan, why aren't they investing $1 billion in buying other studios or towards their studios and stuff like that? Do you think they see something here that is going to help them as well? Because they're going into Epic a lot right now.
Yeah,
they invested a little bit in Epic. Now they're investing in this. So what are they seeing here?
Whatever Sony is seeing this, I have no idea. I mean, Sony has still bought some developers recently. Like they still bought some studios. I mean, but yeah, $1 billion seems like a pretty crazily high amount of money for something like this. Like you would think realistically, yeah, if Sony was going to invest this much money, why not just invest that into either like more of their smaller studios or just buying another one? I don't really know because I don't know much about Epic themselves because I don't use the Epic store or things like this, but $1 billion, I assume not anytime soon we're going to see whatever this is going to profit, but I have no idea.
What I think is they see something here in this metaverse that can benefit their PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
I think that's what they see. There's some sort of, maybe a software or some sort of network or something that they see with Epic and this whole Lego company that they can use for their VR.
Do any of you remember from the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Home?
Oh gosh, yes. I loved PlayStation.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's kind of making me think that of like when you say VR, I'm thinking of like a more modern PlayStation Home with VR where you can just be in there. Because PlayStation Home, like I only use it like once, but yeah, like you make your avatar and you like go in there and you just live in this.
You had your apartment. You could go watch movies, trailers, play games.
The original.
That was gonna like a metaverse, yeah.
Yeah, VR so chat. Maybe it's gonna be something VR like that. Although I think PlayStation Home has also what led to Sony having that like giant like hack breach thing back then. I don't remember.
No, that was a different thing.
Okay.
So
Home was affected by that, but it wasn't.
Do you think if they made like a more modern PlayStation Home with VR, do you think you'd use that, or do you not think you would?
100% I'd be there, dude.
That depends on what they offer.
Exactly.
What was awesome.
What would they have to offer? Like, what would have to be there for you to be like, yeah?
I think they would have to have a good blend of actual activities there to do, and also have you fulfill some fantasies. Like, whenever you say metaverse, I always go back to
building, fishing, riding vehicles.
Whenever you say metaverse, I always go back to Ready Player One and Summer Wars. Those kind of universes where you go there, you exist there, but you can also go on races, play people on I don't know, Star Wars or whatever, get lightsabers, get guns, whatever.
Man, if they had air hockey, like they could, if I could have my own apartment in the PlayStation Home metaverse and I could just put an air hockey table and just invite someone over to play VR air hockey, dude, let's go.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly
all I need. That's all I need.
The thing is that those things already exist on VR. You can I'm sure you
integrate
can do hockey, but you can do pool, you can do table games or whatever, and it is all that the metaverse has to do is take all those and put them into one world where you can do a ton of things that you want to keep living in that space.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, I'd honestly be pretty down.
Damn it.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It would be good.
So I see this as Sony trying to strengthen their relationship, just their relationships in general with other companies that can help them also just compete with Microsoft, right? Like Microsoft has that fuck you money that they can buy these big old studios and do Game Pass and do this thing and bam, bam, bam. And Sony can't really do that. So they have to like strategically invest into certain companies and certain things. And I think you guys nailed it with their like VR stuff. Like they have this thing that's maybe not the best VR out there on the market, but it is kind of the most affordable with the like one of the biggest variety of games and stuff that's out there. And I say this more as a strategic thing.
Well, and we have VR2 coming out in the future too, so
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's what they're aiming for. Their VR2 is what they want to.
But you ask why do they spend this money on this and not on their own studios or whatever? And I think it isn't mutually exclusive to do one or the other. It is them expanding their portfolio, not having everything on one egg basket. Like they are still gonna be purchasing studios. They have been purchasing studios. They said that it will keep going, and this is just another place to put their eggs, to keep going with the analogy. But
yeah, just got all these eggs. I don't know what to do.
It's the same move as investing in buying a studio, but just not with doing that.
Yeah,
exactly. It was a very productive conversation on the metaverse. So hopefully we can have.
Do you know when are you getting your Quest?
Actually, I don't think I am, to be honest with you. My God. I thought I was, and then now apparently I'm not.
Where are you?
Apparently
now you're holding out. Now you're holding out for the PSVR 2.
Well, hey, I guess I'd have to in Vegas when he's out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Rumors are that Quest 2 Pro is coming out this year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so maybe hold out for that.
Yeah, maybe. So, like I said, I hope we could have the same conversation in the metaverse next to each other.
Let's all play Fortnite then.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Well, no.
Well, there is no build mode. That's maybe.
It's good.
It's a step in the right direction. Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna be
no shoot mode.
No shoot mode, no build, no shoot. It's a metaverse now. Anyway,
gotta put some air hockey tables there.
I mean, they already have creative mode where you can
they
do whatever you want. So
that's really true. Yeah. Actually, Kyle's pretty right. Anyway. So that is all the big news we got for the week here. So Kyle, move us into new and notable.
All right. Not too many things on here, but some good ones. Well, some good ones. Starting off, we got Nobody Saves the World for PS5, 4, and the Switch on April 14th. I heard this game was really fun, and I'm excited to be able to play it.
Out now.
It's
the 14th.
Yeah. I won't be able to play it till like this weekend, but I have heard from other streamers that this game's really fun. So I'm excited. I can play as, what is it, an egg? Let's go.
This is on Game Pass? This is on Game Pass?
Yeah, it came out. It had come out on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I mean, pretty much most everything comes out on Game Pass.
That's true.
Most things.
Road 96 for the PS5, the Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and the Xbox One. Also, April 14th, today.
Yeah. This was the one.
Buy it now.
I don't know if you guys remember this. This caught my attention in one of the Xbox showcases. I think it was an Xbox showcase. Like a year ago, it was like an adventure game about a road trip, like a family on a road trip.
It's out on Steam, right?
I don't remember this.
I don't
Pretty
think
sure it was out already, no?
A year ago was a long
really
time.
Interesting. Yeah.
It does look really interesting.
So that's why I included that one here.
All right. Guys, we finally got it. Bug Snacks is coming to Switch, Xbox, and Game Pass, along with the DLC, The Isle of Big Snacks. Because it's big, on April 28th.
You said it, Game Pass. Everything's coming to Game Pass.
I told you.
And Road 96 is on Steam. Yeah, it is out on Steam.
I do like the tweet. I do like the tweet that they made where it was everyone's asking, like, where is Bug Snacks? But like, tune in tomorrow for when. Or whatever their tweet was of like the allusion to it. But we'll end this on a bad note because the Witcher 3 next gen upgrade has been delayed out of Q2 until further notice. And they gave us no new date was given.
I find it so funny that they're delaying Witcher 3 next gen. They delayed Cyberpunk till everyone got over it. And they announced Witcher 4. Like, what? Why are you doing that? Why do you do that? Why do you announce Witcher 4 when Witcher 3 is getting delayed?
Because you always have to be thinking one step ahead. You gotta keep moving. Gotta keep going.
Well, I think they have another.
Haven't played Witcher 3 by now, you probably missed your chance.
Yeah, exactly. Like Cyberpunk too. And I think they have another studio though, right? They got like another studio or something. Something like that happened where CD Projekt Red bought a studio somewhere else to help them. Something like that. I know I'm right. But anyway. So
yeah, that was it for your new notable. So new notable is now old and noted. So Kyle, bring up. Well, no, I think that's actually it for this week.
Pretty much. Yeah. So since we're recording again on Tuesday, we're just gonna kick all of the lightning round stuff to Tuesday because that might be light on news. Yeah. So
unless there's a bunch of stuff that happens tomorrow, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll see what happens.
E3 is back. Just kidding.
But that is it. That's all we have here on the docket for you, for your ears, for your eyes. Kyle, what are you looking forward to this week?
Still hoping to get back to Kirby. Now that things have also kind of slowed down, I'd love to start playing Tunic. That would be amazing. Yes. And more triangle strategy whenever I find some time to just sit there and watch a cutscene. Yeah.
I was watching one of my friends play Tunic earlier. They're way more ahead than I am. And that game is intense with its puzzles. Absolutely incredibly intense. Like he had drawings on his Post-it notes from different, you know how a game has instruction manuals, like you got the instruction manuals, he's drawing on the side, and like it's crazy, dude. It was freaking it's cool, but it's crazy. So yeah, Tunic is great. Anyway, Alan, what are you excited for this week?
Me? Well, now that it's growing on me, I'm excited to play a little bit more Ni no Kuni now that it's growing on me.
After 60 hours. Nice.
I don't know why. I thought I cracked myself up of like, imagine if PlayStation announced like literally a carbon copy of PlayStation Pass, like Game Pass, and they're like coming to your home soon, the PlayStation Pass.
Oh, that's a good one.
Gotta get that PP.
The PP.
But yeah, just more Ni no Kuni and Good Friday, Easter, 4-day weekend. Let's go.
Yeah, yes.
That's all I got.
Of course. Ignacio, what are you excited for this week?
Not much. I mean, Easter is good. I'm gonna still be playing through Lego Star Wars, and also I just started the demo for Nine Souls. If you guys have ever heard about the game,
what's that?
Not.
Tell me about
Nine Souls. From what I've heard from one Andy Cortez over at Kinda Funny, it is kind of like Sekiro, but in 2D. So I just started the game. The story seems a little bit intriguing. I've only played like 10 minutes, so there wasn't much gameplay. But in the gameplay that I played, you have your sword, you have your parry, you have your dash.
Yeah.
And there seems to be kind of like a bit of a mystery here at the beginning, so I am quite intrigued.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, as you guys know, as I've been saying multiple times throughout all the podcasts, it is finally time for me to fly over to Las Vegas and enjoy the BTS concert.
Gino, who's your favorite? B, T, or S? Who's the best one?
Bacon, tomato, or sausage?
T.
Tomato.
T. Taeyong.
T. Which one's a heartthrob?
Which one's the heartthrob?
Yeah. Who's the cute one? Who's the baddie?
Man, that's the tough thing about this. Is they're all beautiful. You know what I mean? They're all heartthrobs. They're all incredible. So it's a really hard question to ask. But
okay, well then then he said who's the baddie? Who's the bad boy?
Who would be my favorite? That would be Taeyong, or V. As people that don't know BTS that much and probably know him by. So I'm going to see them. I will be a changed man after that. Because of
all the money you lose.
or make, who knows?
Or the voice you'll lose from screaming in excitement.
Exactly. So, and also just, the will of the will to live after that. Like what's better?
I've seen it all.
What's better after that? You know what I mean?
You're telling me that when you see this concert, When you see this concert, you'll have peaked. This is it.
Exactly.
That's the height of life.
It's not
Everything's downhill from there.
It's not going to get better than this. So I'm very excited for.
So are you staying at one of the fancy hotels over there, or?
Oh yeah, we're staying at we're staying at the Luxor, friends. The Luxor.
Oh, Luxor.
Chris Angel's a hotel. So
nice.
So very excited to stay. Apparently it's haunted, so I guess I'll try and capture some of that,
After you see the concert though, because you don't want to risk missing the concert.
Exactly. So since I don't care about my life, I'll just go see if the ghosts are real and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, you guys can find me over on socials where I will be posting all about the BTS concert on Twitter. Gino _Viteri? I think I forgot my Twitter.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it's Gino _Viteri on Twitter. I feel like I've never said that. I feel like okay, whatever. Gino _Viteri on Twitter. Kyle, where can people find you on the internet?
At Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter.
Top notch. Ignacio, what about you?
They can find me at IgnacioRojasB. That's IGNACIOROJASB. See, I do not forget about mine.
Beautiful. It's incredible. Alan, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me tweeting about my anti-Kingdom Hearts love at Twitter at Alan Busby.
No likes. Go back and look at that tweet. See how many likes you got. Negative likes you got. You got downvotes on that tweet.
Dang. So well, you can only get downvoted on Reddit. So
yeah. Well, they found someone screenshotted your tweet. They screenshotted your tweet, put it on Reddit. You got 1,000 downvotes there.
Damn.
There you go. You guys can find all of us over on the Whatnauts, all one word, on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Your podcast service of choice, just look it up there. But this has been Crossplay, and you have been played. Good night. Goodbye. Good morning.
Good evening. Or bye evening. Bye evening.
Good morning.